Yo. I'm 2 minutes late. First I'm gonna do a bit of maintenance work to the old poor long-suffering shop Strat. Keep forgetting to bring my new Jap Strat down, but you know, forgetting everything. Woke up at 6 o'clock this morning, started doing quotes, and before I knew it, it was 8:30. I had to race down to the shop. Got 12 projects going at once. Everyone's still upset with me because I'm not doing anything quick enough. Yay. Faster, 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 Brad. Oh, going to the Irish pub. Do you guys have beef and Guinness pies over there in the States? I know you guys don't eat meat pies. You only eat stupid fruit pies. Like if you say you're getting a pie, or you don't say a pie, you say you're getting pie. It's like math. Maths. If you're getting pie, you're going to a patisserie, what we'd call a patisserie, and you're getting a sweet pie made out of cooked fruit, usually berries of some sort, or perhaps apple, or God forbid, pumpkin. Over here, if you say you're getting a pie, the usual assumption will be it's a meat pie. So beef, usually mince, slow cooked in a gravy, or chunky steak, beef steak. You can get chicken and leek as well as another popular one. Talk food again. Oh, you need it to survive, bro. So yeah, the assumption in Australia, if you're getting a pie, is that you're getting a meat pie. They serve them. They sell them at service stations. It's like truckies live on them. Meat pie and a bottle of mother, a can of mother. It's like the typical truckie breakfast, and a pack of smokes. No, not going to refinish yet. Pennyboy just gave me a straight up error this morning when I turned it on. The zoom wasn't working, and then it just said an error has occurred. Please Toto. It is a horrible color, isn't it? G'day everyone. Sorry, I'm a bit just getting into it today. Too much to do. Too much to do. Always too much to do. What do I want? 946 elixir. Electric nickel superlight. Oh, and if anyone's interested, this is the natural reverb of my bathroom. Echo. And what I would call it, it's a toilet room. It's not a bathroom because there's no bath in it. It's my toilet room. What the hell's that? Random box of screws. No idea what that's even off. Oh, that's off the synthesizer. Yeah. That's off the, whatever it is. Kurzweil. I had to steal a saddle off that thing, as I was saying yesterday. I had a customer who's who needed their guitar like that week, or that day, I think, and one of the grub screws had seized inside the the saddle block and was impossible to get out. I got others out with screw extractors and stuff, but one just wouldn't budge. But that's looking pretty manky, so I might pull that apart anyway. Toto, yeah. Oh, I love empanadas. Why is any of any sort of not a thing here? Where are you, Magisterium? You in the UK? You got pot. Oh, no, hang on. I'll let you answer first. I thought you were in the UK, but might be wrong. It's got the guy from Block Party in the background. What's his name? I like Block Party. Sort of missed the boat on that one. Mum used to make pumpkin empanadas. It sounds like an odd mix, but it sounds like it'd work if it's savoury. Don't like, yeah, not a huge fan of sweet baked goods. I prefer like the pasties and the empanadas and the spicy meat-based products. Brad, random question. Do you know what makes Turox so great that sets them apart from other amps that cost half as much? Nothing. Marketing. I mean, they're okay. Oh, you motherfucker. Went flying on me. It's just marketing. They're well built. They're just, I don't think they're particularly, like, I think the fact that they get them in the hands of incredible players is what sets them apart by giving them to them. Call me cynical. Yeah, I know Lyle's done a bunch of Turox. I've done a couple for just basic stuff like a new set of valves or whatever, but nothing too hectic. Generally, they're one of those companies that doesn't like people opening their amps up. So there's like an authorised guy here that does them all. I'll let him have it, whatever. Portugal, at least not the cartoon cooling in the window pies, but our past pastries. So that was something worth checking out. Oh, you're in Portugal. Ah. There you go. So yeah, pies are everywhere here. Like, it's easier to get a pie at breakfast time than it is to get any other food product, because they're everywhere. Like, everywhere. Like, service stations. Fuck. Like, supermarkets have them. Cafe. Every cafe, like, almost every cafe has a pie case at the front, which is heated. Alex, how you going, legend? Glad to hear you sorted that, Mesa. Got taken to task recently for calling them messes. I don't know. A lot of these brands, I discovered them when I didn't know any other musicians because I was 15, 14. So you read it in a magazine, you just pronounce it how you think it's pronounced, and that just sticks forever. But yeah, you commented to me, Alex, that you put up a post with a problem on a page that I was a member of, but I forgot to follow, and no one helped. So I thought we better solve this problem, and we did. I get a bad feeling in the cockles when there's like a forum and someone's got a legitimate question and no one's helped. So I like to try and help out. Touch my favourite libation, just to clean the finger schmoo off the fretboard. This one I resprayed a while. Well, when I first got it, it had the shitty Fender lacquer all over the frets. It was going green and gross. I tried to chisel it off, but it was one of the necks where it was really brittle, so it just chipped. I said, fuck this, pulled all the frets, resprayed the fretboard face and refretted it with jumbos. And of course the maple looked like white compared to the aged finish on the back once I'd sanded it down. So I had to tint the lacquer. This is polyurethane. which is a 2-part paint. It's like the paint that I used on the Garrison. It's the same brand, just well, no, it's satin, just satin instead of the matte. That no, I think we used satin on that neck. So yeah, same lacquer. I just added a tint to it, make it look like the back of the neck. Whatever aging they've done to this neck, it's not just the natural maple. Maple doesn't go freaking bright orange, but I had to match the color of the back of the neck too. It was either that or respray the whole thing, take it back to raw, and then you lose your logos. And this is a Strat Deluxe, so you got the nice silver, well, chrome looking logo up there, and the decal, the decal. It's got the chrome decal. Isn't that pretty? It's pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Oh, Penny Boy's on the focusing game today. Maybe it needed that reset. There it goes. And it's got just locking tuners, the Fender style. Nah, not the FGN. This is the shop Strat. The workshop Strat. Long-suffering poor bugger that it is. So I must have put this one together out of parts around 2018, maybe 17, 16, 17. I ordered the part. I remember ordering the parts because I was at my friend Lindsay's wedding, which was at Streaky Bay, middle of fucking nowhere, but an awesome place. And Michelle and I were staying at a hotel that was a bit out of town, and it was literally the middle of nowhere. It's like desert, flat, and then there's just this hotel facing the beach, which is like a mangrovey, swampy type thing. And we didn't really have anything to do. We had some time to kill, but it was like a Sunday or something, and well, I think it was a Saturday. But in country towns, they're just dead. So there was nothing to do, so we were just sitting in the hotel watching Roseanne reruns. I remembered how good a show Roseanne was. Had a crush on Darlene back then because she was a badass. Becky was just annoying. And then, yeah, I remember that thing how they changed the actor for Becky. Just like didn't explain it, just bang, new actor. Because the old actor was like super bitchy and she was perfect for the role. And then they put this sort of bubbly personality chick that ended up the chick out of Scrubs. And she just like didn't suit the role at all. Just really poorly cast. But, you know, what do you do? Whatever happened with the old actor. Obviously the relationship was unrecoverable because they had to actually pick someone else. Which is like a pretty hectic move for a popular sitcom halfway through production. Should have noticed the frets weren't CFS. As if you could see that on there, mate. You might be able to. I don't think the camera's that good. Just a tiny bit of my swirl remover. Give the body a bit of a polish. And while I catch up on chat. My in-laws live in Lisboa, Maggie. I don't know where that is. There's a highly rated cafe in London that does whatever Lyle said. I hope it's better than the ones I tried in Paris. I haven't checked my audio and everything. Is everything sounding alright? I go to London for the Chinese and Indian food. If you like authentic, it can be interesting. I go to Chinatown for that. If you want authentic stuff, go where all the Chinese people go. That's it's always a big indicator that it's probably reasonably genuine if the place is packed out with Chinese people or Indian people, as it were, depending on the restaurant. It's a really good dumpling place in Sydney. It's Yum Cha, and Yeah, it's like open for breakfast. So when we stay in the city or hungover, we go for yum cha for breakfast. And they're like in and out, action, bang. As soon as you sit down, they're on you. What do you want? What do you want? They get you out as soon as they can because it's more money in their door. Just no bullshit. Yum cha. I don't even know what I'm eating half the time. Just, yeah, one of them. I'll figure it out. Man, I didn't realise how covered in shit this thing is. Honestly, it's shiny as underneath all that sweat and fucking congealed flux. Yeah, congealed flux, that's what it is. This used to be the guitar I'd drag around with me everywhere. Take it camping and stuff. So covered in dirt and smoke residue and beer and sawdust. It used to hang on the wall in my old workshop. Checked out an Ingve Strat yesterday. I want it so bad. Don't want things, Scotty. Just play things. Play what you got. You gotta love the one you have. Yeah, that. Love the one you've got. Alright, that's less schmood. Not as much schmoo on the... Oh, there's a bit of schmoo there. Not as much schmoo on the back because I guess my t-shirt polishes it. We have no good Chinese here. Okay, Indian, if you know how to order. Yeah, you gotta know how to order Indian, don't you? Like what goes with what. Bit like that with everything, really, I guess. But so we've got a few different things here. We've in Sydney. There's lots of restaurants that have like taken the food of the proletariat and adapted it for the bourgeoisie, let's say. So there'll be places like the Neil Perry place, what's it called? Spice Temple. Not cheap, pretty expensive, Chinese inspired, I'm going to say. Very Szechuan style, Hanan style, lots of very hot dishes. But you can tell that it's a little bit westernized. They make it less challenging and a little bit homogenized to make it attractive to the rich people that live, well, you know, it's in the middle of the CBD. So, but when you go to Chinatown, which is sort of a bit more west, you get a bit more of the real deal, and you get some weird shit and challenging food that you're not sure what it is. That's kind of exciting. So I am excited to go to Japan for that, for eating weird shit, because I'm not one of these child tongue dickheads that eats off the kids menu when they go out, chicken nuggies and whatnot. Honestly, there's people my age that won't eat anything but like chicken nuggets when they go out. It's like, grow up. You're going to give yourself fucking liver failure. You've spent more time cleaning that guitar than some of my customers spend in a year. People like dirt. A fair few of my customers will say, don't clean it. And it's like covered in shit, and you're just like you're wearing gloves to touch the thing. Things like just finger grease and on the fretboard and that. It's just, oh man, it smells like cigarettes because they smoke durries and then they play, and the finger cheese just builds up over time. Sometimes you'll have a guitar and it'll make the whole storeroom stink. It's like, dude, no, it's just unhygienic. That's one thing. I read an interview with Dave Grohl, like, would have been the 90s, back when I was regularly buying guitar mags, and he said, just make it a habit, make it a ritual to wash your hands before you play guitar. Because they asked him like his best guitar playing tips, and he's like, nothing about playing. He just said, wash your hands before you play guitar, and I thought that was really good. You're one to preach about liver health. Well, it's like everything, Lyle. You got to exercise it. You got to make it work a bit. Otherwise, you know, it'll get lazy. I'm pretty much out of whiskey, actually. I've been draining it down in preparation for the trip. Not buying any more, saving money. And also we're going to have the way back. Nothing like a couple of free duties, eh? Got my eye on some Lagavulin. Maybe, I don't know, it's a bit overpriced now. I think they can sort of stick it up their arse a bit because they're taking a piss on the pricing. I'll just go for a Lafroig instead. Still tight like a tiger. Piss off, BOFA. I'll eat anything I'll eat anything if I'm drunk enough. Good move. I take that back. We have one good Chinese restaurant on the other side of town. You have to ask them to translate the Chinese side of the menu. That's what Google Translate's for. Have you used Google Translate, Lyle, with the camera thing? Hey, you just hold it over the text and it translates in real time. It's cool as. I'm trying to convince my entire band to add a cleaning cloth to their gig bags. Do you want me to send you some, Magisterium? The postage might be a killer. I can send you some polish kits from Ernie Ball. Genuine parts. Does it look the same? Yeah, man. Sick as brah. And that's the offset one. So I had a customer a while back that had a left-handed guitar, and I don't know what he'd done. He'd lost the saddles or something. Something was wrong with the saddles. I can't remember if he used the wrong screws or they were all rusted and seized or something like that. So I got him some of the rarest saddles on the planet, which are... Well, he's looking for Fender, genuine Fender. Actually, yeah, I think I ordered these. And then he's like, oh, no, I want actual Fender ones. I'm like, come on, man. So I got him a set of them, which is left-handed offset 80s, 90s style Strat saddles. Solid saddles, right? Probably a bit overexposed there. Oh, hiatus coyotes on the radio. So yeah, got him like, there was like one set in Australia. So I bought them, and then he, I don't know, he just ghosted me. I'm like, alright, fuck off then. That's what you get for going extra length for people. They just, no one gives a shit. I love hiatus coyote. It's like a breath of fresh air in a fart-filled elevator. What am I doing? I'm putting the springs on the wrong size. Jesus. That size spring. Alright, since I've taken these off, I've tried to keep them the same way, but I'm probably going to have to give it a mild setup. Good morning, Mum. How you going? Mum's here, boys. No swearing. So they split the slab next door into two parts. They only did half the slab yesterday. Now they're doing the second half. I think the truck's just arrived. Just got a 1974X for a good price used. Nice. What's the best master volume mod, or leave it alone? No, I reckon master volume would be great. The challenge is always, you know, where do we put the pot? With that one, I'd probably go a post-phase inverter master volume, unless you wanted an effects loop. In which case, you'd probably go just the usual. The usual master volume's fine. Most of the distortion's coming from the cathode follower being overdriven. It's sort of that Marshall sound, but hey, experiment with both, see what works for you. I don't know exactly what you want. As if, Mum says. Talking about my swearing. Body move it, body move it. It would be good if I zoomed out a bit, eh? At the moment, I'm just trying not to cross-thread my screws. Nothing like a bit of Beastie Boys in the morning. Dos quiz on it. Jose mod. Just pour tequila on it. That's your Jose mod, is it? The thumbnail. I thought you might like that, Frank. Garden is thriving with lots of rain. Nice. And, you know, music to Mum's ears. It's going to be a La Nina again next year. 80% likelihood, so that's pretty much in the bag. Another rainy year. Good stuff. Our grass is looking fantastic. Our garden's thriving. Everything's so happy. In 2019, it was a hellscape. Everything was dead. It was just literally everyone's grass was dead, and the few houses that had good grass either had a water tank that was huge because it would have just been empty, or they were illegally using water during the water restrictions, which a lot of rich fuckwits do. Two couples at a Chinese restaurant in London, table next to me, half drunk mate. Waiter, I'll have number 13. That is only for Chinese. You won't like it. Don't tell me what I can order, number 13. But sir, number 13, I talked to the manager. Here's your number 13, sir. What the hell is this shit? I didn't order this. Where's the manager? Yeah. He's being a customer. That's when you sort of, when your mate's being a dickhead like that, you just sort of shrink into a little ball and just hope no one knows who you are. I'll tell my mates to pull their head in if they're being culturally insensitive or just being wankers. So shut your mouth, dickhead. Something I learnt from my in-laws. Add ass up or ass down to the end of words. Father-in-law's sense of humour. Huh. Body move it. Hey, body move it. I actually want to go for a gym sesh. I don't know. Is Beastie Boys gym music? I think it is. Would be to me anyway. Body move it. Fiddly-dee. Why does that one feel narrower? Is it just the spring? It's springing. Why is it sitting over there? Oh, dickhead saddle. What's wrong with you? It's good. I think this, because I stretched the spring, it's just shooting it over at an angle. That'll be alright once it's got tension on it. Oh, the old frets are starting to show a little wear there on the G string. Oh, there's a bit of a chip. This is before I decided that I'm universally going to have the tangs cut and filled. This has actually got the tangs visible from the end, which I'm not a fan of anymore. Because if the timber moves 1 iota, you start to get fret sprout and it pops a lacquer and you can feel them. So now I just do the tang cut regardless. Fill it with a similar coloured filler and then touch up the lacquer by default. I think it makes it a lot better in the long term. Okie dokie, I need some setup tools. My setup bench is over there, but you know, my video gear isn't, so. Just make it hot, and the Vindaloo almost killed us. Yeah, you gotta watch out when you say that, because we're so used to like westernized fucking watery horse shit, just like pasty crap. When you actually get the real deal, it can be very formidable heat wise. I fucking love hot food, like I can't get enough of it. But my asshole argues with me in the morning, so does my stomach. But it's worth it. Oh, I did a compound radius on that. That's right. I remember now. Very mild compound radius. Starts at 9.5 down at the nut. I think I go to 12 or 14. Just a very mild. Yeah, it's 12 up here. So it goes from 9.5 to 12, which is a very mild compound, but noticeable. Visible tangs. Oh! Yeah. Like every other Fender. It's standard. Everyone does it, but I prefer not to. Do you get the arse burn though, Lyle? It's a genetic thing. I'm so jealous of Michelle because she doesn't get it. She can eat. She doesn't really like super hot food, but she can eat super hot food. Like we've eaten food that almost killed us before, and next morning she's fine. Next morning I'm fucking taking like 12 shits and wishing for death. Starts as like a stomach pain and then works its way down, then works its way out. But you know what? I still keep doing it because it's worth it. It's worth the pain, but you just got to think out what you're doing the next day. I made that mistake a few times. Because I used to be a cabinet maker working in the city on site, driving in 2-hour traffic, 3-hour traffic to get to the Sydney's North Shore. Don't eat hot shit before you got an on-site job. Stopping at every service station, you got to buy like something or they don't let you use the toilet, and then you get to a work site and you've got a fucking portaloo that's disgusting, and then you've got like 12 tradesmen trying to use it, and doing anything they can to take the piss out of anyone they see doing anything that's funny. So if you keep going in there to take a shit, they'll realise and then start making fun of you and doing shit like rocking the portaloo while you're in there and sticking the hose in the fucking vent and hosing you. Which is fine, because if anyone else is doing it, I'll be the one with the hose. But yeah. Try not to do dumb shit in front of tradespeople in general. You know what? The E string's still stuck in there. How'd that happen? Wonder if that's an old ball end. Birds have no capsaicin receptor. They're immune. Yeah, well, that's why the fruits use birds as vectors to transmit the seeds, because they're one of the few that can take it, whereas mammals cannot. That's the saliva in. Yeah, look, that's probably been in there for 3 string changes. The saliva in what am I trying to say? Where's the fucking tremolo spring? How does it disappear every time? I haven't even removed the arm. Put another one in there, they just fucking evaporate. I don't know how. What was I trying to say? The enzymes in our saliva are the ones that trigger the heat. And birds don't have saliva, or they don't have that enzyme anyway. So that's why the chilies change colour. Where's my torch? The chilies change colour to signal to the boids. I just went real Boston then, didn't I? They signal to the boids that they're ready to be eaten. Just like all fruits, change colour to attract the bird's attention once they're ripe and ready to reproduce. Isn't that right, Mum? Mum and Dad have a tree out the front that rainbow lorikeets absolutely love. They're noisy, boisterous little buggers. They're hilarious. Love them. Now, what was I doing? Tremolo spring. That's what I was doing. Tremolo arm spring. So that's this little bugger. It's a super heavy duty but tiny spring. It's like a real heavy gauge wire. You pretty much can't compress it. It's that heavy gauge. But you stick it in the hole, and then it keeps some preload on the trem arm, so it stays where you put it. There it hits. There it hits. So now, when I go upwise, it'll stay where it is. There you go. Whenever a Brit reviews food, they seem to view ketchup as spicy. Yeah. Southerners consider salt a spice. Really? I thought southern food was really hot, like Cajun style, you know? I like the hot sensation. You can fight it. Capsaicin is physically harmless. Well, no. It's got a lethal dosage. Just tricks you into thinking you made a grave mistake. Yeah, well, that's part of the thing. It's like controlled risk and adrenaline. It's like a roller coaster, right? You know you're not going to die. Well, probably not going to die. But it's the thrill. I eat Carolina Reapers, don't usually get anything more, but once I did and felt like my stomach was going to explode. Yeah, there's a guy. We eat much spicier food than most of the US. Yeah, well, that's why if I was going to go anywhere, I'll go there, Lyle. You bought the pure capsaicin. Well, they do use that in cooking. So when my brother's missus is a food technologist. So when you're mass producing food, you're not going to process 5 million chilies to make something taste hot, like the hot chips that the crisps, as you guys call them. You're going to just use capsaicin to add that heat, and then just use tomato for the flavour or whatever, dried tomato powder. So they put the pure capsaicin in like basically industrial level food production, because it's cheaper and more efficient and easier to control. I mean, you can get 2 batches of chilies that are like wildly different in heat. You can get 2 chilies off the same plant that are wildly different in heat level, particularly in the home garden, because if you're growing capsicum and chili of any sort nearby, they can cross-pollinate, and you get this weird capsicum chili hybrid fruit. And you end up with either nice tasting but not hot chilies. Like I was growing the long Thai chilies and the jalapenos, which aren't that hot, but you eat the pith and everything in a jalapeno, and you do get a bit of heat, like enough to make your eyes water. But there was just nothing, no heat at all, and it turned out that it cross-pollinated with the nearby capsicum I was growing, and then the capsicums grew tiny and kind of bitter, not nice and big and fat and juicy and sweet, which is how I like them. And yeah, yeah, it sort of was the worst of both worlds. Chilies that were like little capsicums the size of your thumb, and capsicums that were kind of the size of chilies. It didn't taste particularly good. So yeah, you keep them separated generally and you'll be right. I'm a chemist, worked on cyclodextrin. Why is my thing not skipping? Worked on cyclodextrin encapsulated caffeine for making non-bitter pastry donuts. That why are you really? Wow, that's pretty hectic. Horseradish is just seasoning like vinegar. So if you get, that's the other thing that's a bit of a shock to people. If you get wasabi over here, it's just horseradish with colouring. To get real wasabi here, you're talking top-end restaurants, because it's so hard to grow the fucking plant. You need constantly running water at a certain temperature that's highly oxygenated, and otherwise it just dies. It's one of those plants that's like, how the hell did you survive evolution? You look at it and it dies. I put my pliers. I think I threw them down in disgust, didn't I? I've forgotten what about. Must have been really important. Welcome to Brad's YouTube channel, where you just watch him walking around in circles looking for shit. Honestly, where could I put them? Do I take them to the desk or something stupid? I often walk away with things and just put them down somewhere random. Nope, haven't done that. It's got me fucked. Where are they? Customer. So typical of life, champions. Every time I've got an issue, life just throws problems at me until I resolve that issue. So I'm looking for my string cutting pliers, and what does life give me? It gives me a person that wants a set of strings changed straight away. Oh, you got the bag? Right, okay, cool. Oh, yeah. Right. No, you're not. No worries, so you take it easy. Well, champions, I cracked open a set of Dunlops because I sell them, and they're hardened, good for guitar strings, just to get the job out. And then I remembered where I put the bloody pliers, because you know what? I put them there while I was talking to you guys, and I forgot. There they are. So I used to hang them up here when I had another set. The other set snapped because I did some dumb shit with them. So I put these over there for the guitar setup bench. Now there's an empty spot here, but this is where they used to live, so subconsciously my brain put them back where they used to go without thinking about it, and that's why I couldn't find them. There's an answer for everything. What the fuck's that noise? Like a hectic thumping noise. It's gotta be the guys next door. Fuck. Oh, they're starting to pour. Should I show yous? Maybe they'll get the shits. Fuck them, I'm in my shop. They can shut up. Now, I might lose you on the stream here for a sec, but you can watch some concrete being poured. Hopefully I don't drop out, but if I do, I'll be back in a sec. Right, now what was I doing? Put the thing up there with the chat and the stuff. Just let me know you can hear me again. Alright, now put everything down. I forgot where I put it. Absolute chaos here at the moment. Do you guys remember when I did that stream at the bench, and then I just shut it down and started it on my phone and it worked? And then when I came back, I just turned the phone one off and started this one back up and it came back. Well, apparently that doesn't work anymore because progress. It was too good, so they had to stop it from working by updating it. That's the way software works these days. If it's too efficient and too problem-free, they need to update it as soon as possible to make sure it doesn't work. Fucking egghead fuckwits. I've got a Stanley cutter, 27 years in use, still cuts almost perfectly even after some dimwit decided to cut a live power cord with it. Oof. Whoops. My brother, I can talk about him here because I know he doesn't watch my streams. He couldn't give a fuck. Oh, mum logged off. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I forgot. I started swearing again. I'm pretty sure my brother doesn't watch my streams, so I'm free to talk about him. He was on site using a planer, like a electric planer, the Makita thing, and he put it down and must have like shifted and the blade was still spinning. It hit the power cord. Left all vaporized copper all over the cutter head. That was cool. Yeah, I don't know why that didn't work. It's, something's changed. They've changed something and now it doesn't do what it used to. That's really loose. 240 is no joke. Well, it's one of those things, you know, like if you don't die, you do that laugh like where you almost died, where you go, that's the laugh you do when you almost die. We've all done it. Our breaker's usually cut. A little blurry. There we go. Yes, no. She's struggling, the old Penny boy's probably not far from dead, eh? She's not long for this world. The zoom and autofocus mechanisms seem to be the first thing to go in everything. Need a bit of airflow up in this bitch. I don't know if frets need crowned. No. Jim, it's just the shop strap, mate. I don't have time for that. Suspiciously quiet and pale for a while, yeah. It isn't the voltage that kills. It's the current. But I hate it when people say that, because what is voltage? Well, what's Ohm's law, mate? So if you got the same resistance and you got double the voltage, you got double the current, yeah? So yes, voltage does matter. Because 240 will laugh at insulation more than 120 will. Oop, what was that? You motherfucker. It's supposed to be a locking tuner. Locking. Wait, isn't double the voltage half the current? No. I don't get where people get this from. So, if you double the voltage through a given resistance, it's not half the current. What? No, of course the current's more. So I think where people get that from is if you change the, if you're maintaining the same amount of power, so you've got a transformer that's got multiple primary windings, for example, and you change the windings so you're maintaining the same amount of power. Yes, it's half the current for double the voltage because it's maintaining the same amount of power, but you've got to actively change that winding to do that. So if you're a person, a given resistance between your arms, you apply 240 volts as opposed to 120, the current will be proportionally higher on the 240. But yeah, referring to fuses, if you were to change, but that's only because you've changed the winding. If you had that same winding and you put 240 volts through the 120, you get twice the amount of current. Maybe ships use 400 hertz because smaller wires. No, I think they do that because it's smaller size generator rotor. Running at higher revs, yeah. They use that in aircraft as well. It's another standard. I think it's because it's easier to produce the given power more efficiently at a higher rev range of the alternator motor. Alternator armature is what I'm trying to say. right, Scotty. I still need to pull up the I still need to pull up the charts every now and then and just have an absolute blank. I don't remember shit in terms of formulas. It's a bad thing. Bradley did a bad thing. I need charts and everything. I'm fucking hopeless with formulas. Even really simple shit I forget. I just can't remember the order that stuff goes in. Don't know why. Alrighty then, what's the height that I want? I want 1.75 to 1.5. I have this one set slightly higher than my home one because when I'm testing amps I like to really dig into the strings a bit. And slightly higher action allows you to do that without the thing farting out and buzzing and bleh. Only takes 100. I thought it was more in the order of 20 milliamps straight through the heart's enough to fuck it up. Just disturb its rhythms, its rhythms. Not much anyway, whatever it is. Bloody offsets, they always pull the saddle one way. Need a signature for that? No, fine. Beauty, thank you. You too. Have a good weekend. It's me posty. If Rob Robinette calculator webpage goes down, I'll have to sell the shop. No, I haven't used Rob's calculators for quite some time. I used them on live stream early just to show people the process of calculating it, but I've just got a calculator up here I do everything with. Power calculations and setting bias and everything. Alright, Strat, you ready to get put on the wall and neglected for another 2 years? She feels nice and silky. Oh shit, Six is live streaming for Japan. Fuck! I'm gonna have to cut it off, lads. Can we cross streams? Desk share? Where is he? Where is he? Hey! For watching. Alright, hang on, I'll give you the link. We'll all go over and we'll brigade his channel and we'll come back when he's done, alright? Everybody, if you're a bloody fan of mine, you're going to go here for me, alright? Go and support the man. So I'm going to cut this off. I'll be back. I'll leave the stream up, and when he's done, we'll come back. You can just come back to this page, leave it in the background, but at the moment, I'll stop it streaming for a And we're back, champions. And we're back. Let me just turn off all my bullshit. There we go. So I've assessed 3 amps while he was gone. Well, we was gone. Fuck. Well, we were at 6's stream. This is the 3rd one. Anyone coming back? Got 19 viewers. That's alright in the scheme of things, isn't it? So, we've got a Randall Ninja, which is the Michael Amott signature model from, oh god, mental blank. Well, I know him from the other band, but he's from the other band as well. Oh, why can't I think of it? Michael Amott from the one with the hot singer. 2 hot singers. My god. I'm just absolute blank at the moment. So Spiritual Beggars is the band that I listen to, but he's a fish eater. But he's from Arch Enemy. Jesus, how did I forget that? Arch Enemy. So this is Michael Amott's signature amp from Arch Enemy. The Spiritual Beggars, yeah. Spiritual Beggars is my favourite. A motley crew. Is that his solo act? So, I did some work to this one not long back. There was a failed solid state relay. See this little white chip down here? Or of course it wasn't that one, it was on the board underneath. And I think there was some other failure as well, if it was one of the relays or something, but there's some intermittency. Maybe one of the pots had to be replaced, maybe. Yeah, they're alpha looking pots. So yeah, it was a problem in the front end anyway. And now it's come back for a problem with the power supply. He's from Carcass too, is he? Yeah, Spiritual Beggars were awesome in the early days. I don't know what they're doing now, but if they're doing anything. But yeah, I was obsessed with them for several years there. Let's brighten her up a bit because it's a black chassis with a little bit of a light hole. So this is a solid state amp with a valve front end. So it's a hybrid. You got 1 valve there. You've got 1, 2, 3 up front. You know, fuck tons of gain. Metal thing. We lose Lyle. Yeah, I think so. I think he went to dinner. Said he was going to go to the pub. Good man. I'd rather go to the pub than watch me too. So anyway, I'll see if I can angle this. It's a bit annoying because it's really heavy. Kind of unwieldy. I'll show you what's going on. What's going on? So we power it on. Let's show you the lights. Dolly Parton's on the radio. Fuck. Get all types around here, eh? Power. Click, 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 click. If I wiggle that cap, she comes and goes. All sorts of shit going on. So we've got a failed solder connection in the power supply. Main problem being, this is going to be a pain in the ass to disassemble, because you can see there you got your power transistors mounted on the chassis. You got, it's 200 watt amp. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're soldered to the board and bolted to the chassis underneath these boards. So if we're real careful, we might be able to get away with desoldering these instead of undoing them, like all those, taking all this shit out, all these boards out, and trying to unbolt the transistors from the chassis and remove the whole assembly and get white shit all over our hands. We've already done that once today. We'll desolder the leads and see if we can carefully lift the board, extract it from those, and flip her up. And we've got 1,000,000 connectors, but because this has nothing to do with the previous repair, I'm going to have to give him a price on this, unfortunately. I can't cover that under warranty. Not only was the previous repair done like 2 years ago, But it's a completely different problem, opposite end of the amp, and it's due to, oh, it just flashed again because the cap was still charged. It scared me. But even these, the large caps are wobbling around. They've got a tiny bit of glue on the board, but you know, that's nothing to do with the solid state relay replacement. I'd love to help him out, but I can't. I'll just go broke if I do that all day. So I'll send him a price on that one, which leads us back to the previous amp, which is a Fender Supersonic 60, one of the new ones, not the old ones. New-ish, you know. The Chili Peppers song came on the radio yesterday while Michelle was here. I said, I still think of this as new Chili Peppers, but it's 25 years old. It was like Californication or something. She's like, what? 25 years ago? Yeah. Yeah. If this album was a man or a person, it would have a bad back by now. No offense, Lyle. So this one I found came in with complaints of blowing fuses. And it had a 2 amp fast blow fuse in it. I'll show you what it is. It's supposed to have a f1.6, so a 1.6 amp fast blow. But it had a 2 amp thing with stuff. So I changed that out. Oh, that's loose. And it didn't blow the fuse. So I did hear a slight amount of crackling. I've been making Californication ever since. Every album after that sounds the same. Yeah, pretty much, doesn't it? All their albums before that sounded dramatically different from each other. My favourite's One Hot Minute, but anyway. I like their 80s stuff too, because I'm a silly, cringy, funk dickhead. So yeah, the main issue with this though, I found, and I'm glad that I turned it up while he was here, because he probably wouldn't have believed me, is, well, it didn't blow the fuse, but it sounded fucking terrible when you cranked it. And it's a speaker fault. So I'll just show you what that sounds like. After I poo my pants from lifting heavy things the wrong way. Love it when you see the people running in the Puma branded pants. It's like they got Puma pants on. The Puma pants. One Hot Minute was by far their best. Yeah, it was just so intense, wasn't it, Ben? And it was the one that came out when I was at high school and was aware of them. So, well, I was just past that. What was it, 95 came out? Something like that. Everyone was just so heavy and intense in, like, 95. 95 was just a year for really aggressive albums, and I loved it. You cannot snort and sing at the same time. What? I'm pretty sure you can. Pretty sure someone's done that. I've got my new freshly restrung guitar. Now I won't, I won't put the mic on. I haven't got time. Worry about that shit. Just go with the lapel mic. Actually, that's going to blow out the mic. If I turn the gain right down, we might be okay. Let's see how we go. I love when you touch your when you touch your audio interface, the ground pumps noise back into your fucking hand. How does that work, Motu? Fucking hell. Anyway, yeah, that sounded terrible. I just made a quick recording to see if the thing conveys that properly. 5 AWG wire fits in a 5mm fuse hole. FYI. G'day Neil. Router went sideways yesterday, so I disappeared midstream. Oh bugger! Did you get a new one, Neil? Oh, hang on. Didn't you have a earthquake? Is that you? Ground loop? No, it's just there's no ground at all on that thing because it's USB powered, so it's copying noise back through the USB port, I guess. I don't know. Where am I? What am I doing? I'm watching a recording. Stop recording. Videos. Let's see if it actually sounds like it sounds in the room. Play. Yeah, you can definitely hear that. Man, this mic's amazing. This mic is amazing. Yeah, so it sounded really brittle, really disgusting overdrive, and that's actually the speaker, because we plugged it into another speaker and it was fine. So he was happy to go ahead, and I said I've got an ET65 in stock which will suit this well, and he was happy for that. So we'll do that, but I did notice a little bit of noise. So it's a Supersonic 60, so 60 watts is pushing it still, eh? Really should put an ET90 in this. That's probably why this one's fucked. Is it actually putting out 60 watts? Let's find out. There goes my phone, right on cue. Sorry, legends. What were we doing? Yeah, let's see how much it puts out in 8 ohms. I've got it set up for 4 ohms. Let's change that over. Might ask him if he does push it, because you never know. You like the thumbnail there? Thought for a minute I was about to click on a Bill Burr vid. Yeah, I don't think he's particularly funny, or not really a big fan of him when he attempts at being edgy, but I do unfortunately look a lot like him. Yes, he did it. Didn't he have hair in Breaking Bad? Has he gone bald since Breaking Bad? Don't know. Where's my socket? There we go. Plug into the internal spreaker. Knock flies off the wall. Get back on the ear bugger. Give it the signal, Jenny. Because some of us have still got to work. We can't be on holidays like Six. Bloody holiday man. Alright, let's give it some juice. That's a very clean signal. And she's rolling off nice and gracefully at 20 volts RMS into 8 ohms. 20 squared divided by 8. It's only 50 watts. 15 watt margin. Should be right, but let's push it harder. See what the RMS average is out to. 24, 22, 23. So it's clipping real hard there, and she's 23. 23 squared divided by 8 is 66 watts when overdriven. So it's right on the edge there. Might give this bloke a quick call and just see what his use case is, and we might have to. Sorry, just answering a message. So what else have we got in stock? We've got an ET65. Pardon me, ET65. Got an EV something or other. A couple of Celestians, they're all 65 watts too. G12 150 redback. What's the specs on that? G12H150. 150 watt. Bloody hell. It's a little bit of an overkill, is it not? I might just give him a quick ring and just see how he uses this thing. Who is it again? Where's the job sheet? Oh yeah, no, yeah, mate, yep, no. Oh shit, he's picking up today. Fuck. Oh, I really got to ring him. He's not picking up today because I haven't done it. I hate it when people try and give me a deadline, man. It gets done when it gets done. Sorry, it's the way it is. If you don't like it, find someone else because there is no one. So. It's just because it's funny, Magisterium. I don't know, I saw it and I liked it, so I bought it. It's mainly to get rid of the delicate fucks that get upset when anyone swears. But you guys are still here, so you're not delicate. I don't like delicate fucks; they're annoying. They demand like maintenance. I like people to just exist without demanding maintenance all the time. Like you have to you have to do what I say for some fucking reason, even though I don't know who the fuck you are. So yeah, I like people that just exist and hang out and chill. But every now and then you get someone that tells me how to act, and every time I've been told how to act by someone, anyone, family, friends, boss, whatever, and I've done what they said, it always ended up in worse outcomes for me than if I ignored them. So I don't do it anymore. Alright, I'll just give this guy a ring. Sorry guys, one sec. No one answers their phone anymore. Oh, and they ring straight back. That's good. Alright. Sorry. 3 phone calls later. Still don't know what I'm doing. Just get his credit card number. No, it's not how I operate. He's on the phone to Centrelink. Well, the way things are going these days, it's not far from it. Alright, let's get this thing open, because I heard some crackling and he insists that it is still blowing fuses probably once every couple of months, so I suspect something is playing up in the bias supply maybe, and because it's a fast blow fuse, they blow if you just tickle them, like all good things in life. You come here for the bad jokes, don't ya? Yeah, I need to pee, but the customer won't stop talking. Some customers are very talkative, and you sort of need to cut them off a little bit because we've got stuff to do. He's alright. We're just having a chat. It's mutual, though. I like chatting too, so I'm just as guilty. Yo, Mark. How you going, legend? You missed a lot of stuff this morning, buddy. Or this evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Hang on, you're Australian, aren't you? I forget who's who. Sorry. I take the speaker, by the way. Are you paying too much for your car insurance? Car insurance? What's that? Ow, they're hot. It's got the shitty Fender speaker lead too, which I'll get rid of. It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. And she's having a smoke. And she's taking a drag. God, I hate this song. When some of these songs came out, I was like, no one will be listening to this in 6 months' time. It'll be a fad. And they're still listening to it. It's like, do the radio stations just decide, okay, we're going to play that song forever when it comes out? Oh, hang on, Lou's up. Saying Lou. Oh, sorry, Lou's here. Sorry, I'm reading on the screen. Mark was here all along. Lou was here. So yeah, Lou, we followed, we went and raided Six's stream, Dr. Gear. And he was giving us a live tour of bloody Japan, mate. It was awesome. Yeah, we went for a tour to Japan. Holy crap, the camera's in focus. That's because it's in manual focus there. I don't think it actually is in focus, to be honest. Full screen projector. Oh yeah, could be taken out a little bit and it's focused on the amp. That's probably more like it. About there. Because I focus it when I'm at arm's length, but when I'm working I'm like an arm plus a foot away. So yeah. She takes off her dress now. What is this song about? I think this song is The Killers. I think this song's about him crushing on some bird that's rooting someone else. It's such an original story, eh? Bro, plenty of fish in the sea. Don't worry. Get back on that horse. Don't need to dedicate an album to her, just find another one. You're a rock star. Yeah, Lou, I can probably give you the link again. Hang on. No, not that one. No. Computer. Bad computer. I can just click it here. So, long story short, we're putting a Jensen N12K in the Supersonic. It's a 100 watt speaker and it's lightweight and it sounds pretty good. So Lou, sorry, I'm doing 3 things at once, as always. We went over here to Lou, to Six's stream and watched him walk around and chatted to him in real time because it's 2024 and we can do that shit. Oh, it's in your feed. Okay, sweet. No worries. Well, if anyone wants to check it out, go there. Give him a like and a subscribe. Because Six wants to take over the world. I just want to pay the bills in a corner and have no one bother me. We're different people. I was doing paperwork this morning. I got up at like 5 AM, as always. Can't fucking sleep in when there's work to do. And Fire White World was streaming, and I jumped on there and had a look. And he was talking about watches, and he mentioned Rolexes. And he was saying how like having a Rolex is like an indicator. You're telling the world that you're a success. And I can't think of anything more fucking cringy than that. Are you really a success if you need to tell the world that you're a success? To me, that means you're a miserable little weirdo. I think the true sign of success is not having a watch because you don't give a fuck what time it is. But that's just me. That's what I want out of life, to not give a shit what time it is because I don't have to do anything or be anywhere. Can we sit that? No. Need to make your transformers bigger, Fender, so I can just sit the amp on them. And we'll get a little block. Stick under the transformer. That'll do it. Aussies are less flashy. Yeah. Fuck, you don't say. We tend to not give a shit what people think about us. Makes you happier in the long run. Keith was saying that it wasn't his... Yeah, no, I know Keith was saying it wasn't his definition of success. He was saying that people treat it like it's a definition of success. I knew you'd be there watching that, talking about watches. It's like Lyle's watch radar kicked in. Oh, someone's talking about watches. I'll be right back. Okay, I found a problem. Found several problems, just visually. Another red flag. Oh, don't you just love working on stuff that other techs have fucked with? My God, it's every amp, man. Every single amp. So I've got a cracked, literally visible crack. Is it a crack? It might not be a crack. It looks like a crack. Can I say crack again in this cracky sentence? There is a bit of hot glue across it in that same location though. No, I don't think it's a crack. But yeah, heavily dried up soldered joints. The same old Fender heat related issues and the low voltage regulation, the shunt regulation. There we go. How are we looking? Alright, yeah, sweet. Yeah, if you stick around, Ben, I get more and more ridiculous as the stream carries on. I normally only stream for a couple of hours for that reason. So, you can see that pair of diodes there. Oh, wrong way. Blow the light out a bit so you can see the shadows. Bill Gates wore $50 Casio Duro. There you go. It does the job, eh? Heat related issues. That's dried up, cracked solder joints. We've got poo coming out the end of the capacitor, as always happens on them. And someone's already replaced. Someone's done a half job hazard. Now, every time I talk to a customer about this issue, and earlier today, when I took a phone call, it was the customer over... a customer for that twin that got hacked up that I had on the Saturday stream the other day. I sent him to the link to that video because I'm sick of pretending that the previous tech wasn't a fuckwit. It's very cringy to openly hammer another tech even if they are scam artists. I don't know why it's cringy, but it is cringy. So apparently you're supposed to let scam artists carry on and keep scamming people, otherwise you're the bad guy for flagging them. Apparently, seems to be some unwritten law, but anyway. All I can do is give the customer the information. This chair is fucking pissing me off. And he watched the video and was outraged, and instantly approved my quote, which was like $1,300 or something, to reverse all the dumb shit that's been done to it. Instantly approved it. He told the last guy, charge whatever you want, just make sure it's done right. This was my father's amp, and I want it to be a working amp forever. And old mate tried to cut corners and make things cheap, and at the end of the day, he only charged him $120 labour, but replaced a whole bunch of shit didn't need replacing, and put 8 hours labour into it. So, yeah, don't do that. People are happy to pay dearly as long as the job's done right. Like, would you take your car to a mechanic that will charge $2,000 for like serious work, because it's a bargain, instead of paying $3,000 to the guy that you know is going to do it right? I'd pay the $3,000 every day, all day. So yeah, just do the job right. Don't cut corners. Don't do it cheap. Find your market and sell yourself. Anyway, this isn't as bad, but yeah, they've just done half job. They've replaced 2 caps there with the Vatco branded ones. They have, oddly enough, they've removed one lead there, and then they've just tack soldered to the other end, and then the other one they've just tack soldered both ends. So you can see there they've just cut the lead off and wrapped the other one around it, soldered to that, and no silicon. They've just oh, one of them's got silicon, but the other one doesn't. Fuck it, I don't know. So, bias supply. What's going on there? I might have to pop the meters on this and see if there's an intermittent pot, because it's got that paint on it. It can sometimes cause an issue. I think I've got another customer. Hang on. Yesterday was quiet as, today's busy. Legends. You're on standby. Oh man, this thing's digging into my ear. Maybe I mute it for that, yeah? Alright, so I got, what do you call it, carte blanche to just go ahead with this one. So we'll rejig the low voltage power supply. We'll recap it. I'll do these Vatco ones. Well, I can't really do anything with them now, which kind of sucks because it's going to look like I did it dodgy. I might just pull them out and replace them anyway and just, I don't know. But first I want to investigate if there's anything causing this fuse to blow and what was the source of that microphonics I heard when I had it plugged in. Oh, you off, Scotty. See you, mate. Inline fuse holders irritate me. Yeah, what's it? Oh, shit. Okay, so that's been repaired because it's burned its heater connections at some point. You don't need a fuse on the heaters, mate. So they've put an inline fuse there, which looks like an auto fuse. That's fun. It's got that going for it, which is nice. I might have to get a schematic for this one because you got two big fuck off diodes there. What are they for? I have to suss that out. But yeah, you can see down here, well, you probably can't see down here because there's not enough light. Yeah, I can see it on my camera though. I think the computer LCD might not be at full brightness. Hey, it's not. Oh no, that's my speaker. Ah, there we go. There we go. Jesus, all these years I've been using it at like 70% brightness. So you can see down there, it's charred the board. That's nice. Ding, ding, ding. Do we have focus? Poor little batty boy. Do we have light? Yeah, you can see down there, the board's been charred from the fuse contacts. So they've wired it. They've drilled two holes, run two heavy ass wires. Put an inline fuse holder when they could have just put a jumper. Bing. Oh, now it's way too bright. So I don't know, do we just get to work? I'm feeling hungry now. It's lunchtime. I think I'll get stuck into it after lunch. But I can't have lunch till Michelle gets here. So what are we going to do, champions? I've got to write some quotes. Are you going to just watch me typing at a computer? I repaired this too, by the way. I wanted to do a video on this because everyone's curious about it. 3-out power station. It's basically a power amp and a dummy load in and like a DI all in one. You can use it as a standalone power amp, or you can use it as a dummy load, or a combination of both. It's pretty interesting unit. They were kind of, seems like they were the first ones to do it. I don't know, I might be wrong there, but all right. So I'll just check out this guy's Laboga before digging into that one after lunch. Well, we've got half an hour to kill before Michelle gets here because I said I'd have lunch with Michelle. Let's have a look at this one. So I had this on in the background. Well, 6 was streaming just to wait and see what it was doing. It did nothing, and then all of a sudden, it scared the living piss out of me, and it started massive pink noise blasting at full volume out of the speaker. So, yeah, it would be cool too, Lou, but I just don't have time, mate. It's a race against the clock at the moment. Hopefully when I get back, things will be a bit more relaxed. But at the moment, it's go, 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 go every day. Yeah, don't stop until you fucking fall over and go to sleep for a bit and do it again. So I don't have time for anything, let alone doing videos, unfortunately. But we'll get back on the video train when I get back. I've still got unedited shit sitting there that I've got to finish and release. Like, you know, my famous multi-part videos where I do part 1 and 6 months later part 2 comes out. Yeah, Steve Freyett was VHT back in the day. I don't know who's got it now. Well, it's a well-built thing, but they just did some silly stuff which led to its failure. Like 16-volt caps on a plus-minus 15-volt rail. That's just silly. So it resulted in dead caps, dead rectifier. No low voltage supply, and therefore nothing powering the relay, so therefore it was stuck in dummy load mode. Couldn't use it as a power amp. Oh, that's nice. Another one of these weirdos that do the little lead wire screwed onto the top of the foil so it catches you as you pull it. That's why you never reef a chassis out. You just gently ease it out, because there could be a lead or something holding on for grounding. What the hell? Oh, the screw comes pre-stripped. That's nice. I haven't watched the Tone Talk interview with Fred. I must do that. Maybe that's stuff I should do before we fly out. Because I'll be sitting there for 9 hours, bored out of my fucking brain. So I'll download some stuff onto my phone to watch. Fred left funny PCB messages. Yeah, everyone does that now. It's a bit cringe, actually, because particularly the pedal guys, they think they're hilarious. It's like, dude, instead of spending your, with the pedal guys, instead of spending your, not talking about Steve, but instead of spending your time making up a little funny joke to print on the circuit board, how about you just design a fucking thing properly, eh? How about that? What do I want for lunch, legends? What do I want? Chicken Caesar wrap, I think. Chicken Caesar wrap? What do you reckon? It's just so much bacon and grease on it. If it was like mainly lettuce and some parmesan and a little bit of just chicken breast, maybe some bacon chips would be alright, but it's got like a rasher of bacon in it and like half a breast of chicken. Okie dokie. JJ's all around. I know nothing of these amps. The outputs look in good condition. They don't have any discoloration, which is nice. Something spicy, yeah, probably should, eh? Someone screaming out of a car. Sounded like a funny scream, not a distraught one. So, what do we suspect? I suspect a preamp valve. So it was operating, it was happy, it was sounding fantastic, and then all of a sudden it just started blasting white noise. Or pink noise. It's probably white noise wherever it was coming from, but filtered by the circuit.
This is a little bit chintzy, this shit. Well, why would you just stick a block of foam with Celastic to the fucking circuit board where there's components you got to replace? It's like stuck to the components. That's really chintzy. That's shit. That's like almost like a mark of the beast. And like, why? Everything else is great. Single-sided board, sure. But you got literally bits of foam Celasticed to the board so you can't access anything in that area. Like, there's a cap and it's like poking out like it's glued to a resistor. That's fucking dumb. That's rocking around. And that foam's going to degrade over time too, and it'll just fall off one day and short shit out. Isn't that cool? Let's hope it's nothing in that area, because I really don't want to dig into that. Sorry, legends. Not much sleep these days. Alright, let's fire it up and we'll see if we can have a poke around and trigger the noise somehow. Now, if it is a valve, first let's try and operate it this way up so I can wiggle the valves around. Watch that grounded wire because I don't want that to move under the chassis and just short stuff out randomly. Is that a reverb tank? Well, it's the guts of one, yeah. It's the same as what Mesa did in the DC series. It's not exactly rare, but generally it's just a dumb idea, mounting reverb inside a chassis. Because just suspending it is difficult and prone to falling off and shorting stuff out. $16 Set everything at 12 o'clock again, which is where it gave me the most grief before. None of the switches affected it. The only knob that affected it was the master. So whatever it is, it's happening before the master volume. So it could be the phase inverter itself. No. What kind of... Let's see if we can get a schematic for this thing. Ever use a thermal cam to suss things out? Nah, not really. I probably should, but I use the poor man's thermal camera, which is isopropyl on a cotton tip, and you see if things evaporate really quickly, and that lets you know that they're hotter than they should be. Generally, there's probably 2 times where I could have been helped by a Fluke camera, and for a good one, they're expensive, so can be kind of hard to justify that cost. Alright, let's see if we've got a schematic for this thing. I hate it when the master knob gives me trouble. Is it like your boss? One sec. I feel a bit thirsty or something. I don't know. I was going to make a cup of tea about 2 hours ago, but then 6 started a stream and I got all excited. I'm going to Japan in like a week and a bit, so there's that. Let's have some water. Swallowy noises. Just what you want. Schematics. The bog. Bling. Don't even have a folder for it. Okay, so we're flying blind. Let's have a look. Alligator. Schematic. Ooh, Electro tenure.
Crazy Russian bastards. Looks promising. Select all the squares with traffic lights. That's Australian traffic lights. That was an Australian photo for the recapture. Alright, so it's freely available online, but my database doesn't have it. Well, I'll correct that then, won't I? Alright, here we are. I'll just bring up the screen now. Feed a cold, feed a fever. Feed healthy too. Yeah. A case of Japan envy. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa, bitches. That was also a song by Robin. Crazy fish eater. EL84. Alright, so we're running them in fixed bias. Is your bias feed? Oh, it's got it balanced out. That's fancy. How are they doing that? Well, it's not balanced then, is it? What? How is that balanced? It's not balanced at all. Anyway, moving on. Unless I'm missing something. So we've got a cathodione phase inverter and post phase inverter master volume champions. So that means, since it wasn't being affected by anything other than the master volume, there's a relay. That's changing between your two gain levels, is it? Your master level, sorry. P7. There's no codes on the board, is there? Oh yeah, no there is. Pot 7. Okay, that's your dual gang. Is it? Of course, the one pot I'm looking at doesn't fucking say what it is. Oh yeah, pot 7. So that... Oh, that's your treble. Oh, really? Don't think so, champ. That's your reverb. Alright, so they're giving us bum steers. It sounds like a Michelle car. Well, I reckon it's a phase inverter, so that's V2B, causing the dramas. So let's try that out. Now it won't do it for ages, I bet. Could attach a mic and just get you guys to SMS me when it happens while I'm out at lunch. I'm still on schematic. Tokyo. Coffee in Tokyo is pretty stellar nowadays. Oh, really? Lots of third wave coffee. Oh, thank God for that. Thanks, Neil. Shoot me if you can. You just do it in chat. Some good, like if there's any chains that do good coffee over there, or any decent places that there's multiple of, so I can keep an eye out for the logo and know that we can caffeinate ourselves adequately instead of using sugary horse shit. Alright, we're drawing 40 watts. We're drawing 80 watts. Dropping down a little, 79. No noise issues. Let's plug in another play. G'day, how are ya? You what? Oh, that's quite alright. That's an odd one for my customers. Most of them come in after wetting themselves. Max power. How you going, legend? Alright, it's not doing anything, so let's give it some signal. I'll deafen you. Rose was, that was Rose Carlio. Picking up her new Les Paul, new to her, that she just picked up. That's really loud. So she has a Allen and Heath mixer. Got to replace the jack as well on this thing. Yeah, it's a La Boga. You're right there, Hugo. It's about 2 cent flat. Whoop. Dunno. It's not doing it now. So, I don't think it's anything mechanical in that valve. There is a relay there too. Is that a relay or is that a switch? No, that's a relay. So that's taking the input. Oh, so that's send and return. So that's from the preamp. Alright, that's your send. That's your return. That's bypassing it. Or effects. I think it's got a foot switch for the effects. taking a feed from there. Okay, so what's going on here? Oh, that's your, okay, so that's your feed to your output stage. That's your reverb stage. It's got solid state driven reverb, op amp driven reverb, and recovery. Reverb foot switch would just be a shunt to ground. That's your reverb level, P7. So the markings on the PCB do not correspond to the schematic, at least not the one we've got. It'd be great if I was showing you this while I was talking. Fuck's sake. Alright, let's start again, shall we? So, from preamp, got an op amp, unity gain op amp buffer. You can see the just direct connection there between the unity gain. 100 ohm resistor. You got the send and return effects loops. You've got effects loop bypass relay, which is foot switch controlled. You've got, this is actually your feed to the output stage via that 470 nano cap. And that's your reverb circuit up here. So it's got the op amp driven reverb and recovery. That's your reverb foot switch, which would shunt to ground when you turn it off. Here's your reverb mix pot. So what's relay 2 doing? It's switching between so relay 2 is that there's your line out. Oh, that's negative feedback. Right. Is it? No. Normally the negative feedback would feed in here on a cathodion. So is that negative feedback for the clean channel that switches off for the drive? I don't know, I'd have to figure out what the relays are doing. That's not the relay coils, that's inductors. So yeah, it's either this V2B or something around this area, possibly one of those transistors or the relay contacts. It was just such a constant like brown noise. G'day Murray Guitar Pickups, Ben. Oh, yeah, it's just, it kicked in super quick, and hopefully we can get it to do it again so I can track it down. And you know how this story goes, it'll never happen again until it gets back to the customer. This is powered on, so I'll try not to electrocute myself. I just touched one of those valves with my pinky, which was fun. Really need another block. Need another H&R. There we go. Beauty. Let's see if we can trigger it by moving anything around. Morning. You're a night owl. Yeah, you pick up winders are weird. I'm going to turn this around, because when it does make noise, I want to be able to jump on that master volume and just the controls in general. If it makes a noise. That reminds me, I need to get some more freezer spray.
Could be something heat related, because it really didn't kick in until it was running for a good amount of time before. Check and see if anything's got cracked solder joints. Nothing appears overheated. No weird smells or anything. Alright, where's the feed? So that is the... if it's the effects loop jacks. Click over to my terrible audio there for a second. It's just the batteries that go through them like the fucking thing. Can't believe how fast it uses batteries. See you, Ted. Have a good one. I think I'll call it here too. I've got to set this thing aside to cook for a while. So let's just let it go. Echo, 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 echo. There we go, we're back. So yeah, I'll set this aside to cook. I'll attach some meters to it, but it's going to be a pretty boring process. So I think I might leave it here, champions. You get, what, 3 streams in 3 days? That's pretty good though, isn't it? Plus a bonus Japan stream. Fucking all your Christmases come at once. So I'm going to piss off, find out where Michelle is, because she said she'd be here at 12:30 and now it's 1. Now I'm getting hungry. So take it easy, legends, and hopefully 6 streams tomorrow. If he does, we'll catch you over there. If I feel like doing one, I might do one too. I've got a lot of work to get done. I've just got to check that the quotes have been approved. And head down, ass up time. Get all these done before the end of next week. So have a good one, everyone. And... don't stress too much, Brad. Don't want to get sick on a trip. Oh, I'm guaranteed to get sick on the plane over there. I always get sick when I travel on a plane with all those diseased fucks. Or go to a gig. Every time I go to a gig now, I get sick. Up my vitamins. Drink more whiskey. Like, cask strength whiskey to, sedate? No. Disinfect my throat and esophagus. Got to gargle it, you know. So yeah, I'll take off, get some lunch, and catch us around. Be good, be kind to yourselves, and do things, because things are awesome.